You all learned house manners and bathroom manners and toilet manners. Now, when I come out like this back to you, obviously a stagehand isn't dressed like this. No, look at the way they're dressed. Somber and grim. Even lovely Julie here, look at her. She's dressed like she's been out shopping at bargain basements. So when I come out, you must applaud as though, oh, there she is, look, and she doesn't know we're here, right? Well, I'm performing to the National League of the Deaf tonight. Now, this is like an Isadora Duncan breakaway outfit. Yes, leer all you want. This, last week I covered myself up. I was in a waitress's uniform. Very attractive. And someone said, oh, show us your bust line, show us this, wear nothing. What awful suggestions you people have. Chris, darling, can you take this? Now, we're not going to roll just yet. We have to do a bunch of, oh my goodness. Oh, that's chapstick. I don't need that. No, this... Lou, I'm being attacked by machinery. The other side. What? The other side? Well, it's in the wrong pocket, darling. This is going to spoil my décolletage completely. It should be taped to the other side. Okay. But Mummy's had a very special operation, so that's not Lovely. Now, may I walk about with this?
Sure. Just hold it.
I must hold it. I don't have a staff of people to hold it. I must hold it. Lovely, very attractive. No. Here we are. You may let go. Thank you. I'm sorry, what is it, darling?
Make hair rather like Ruth Lyons.
A lovely suggestion. You're worth the $1.97 I pay you every week. Now, what are we looking at here? All right, first of all, this is tucked under... Really, I want you to know that this is not the way I live at home, this clutter and everything. Victorine, Europina, they are all out. How many of you know who Victorine is?
Me.
That doesn't help our studio audience. When I ask you a question, you must all applaud. And if you don't know the answer, you must all applaud anyway, as though you're ravenous Sybil Brunson watchers. Now, for instance, I'm going to ask you a question. This will be for practice. Who was at Genghis Khan's deathbed at the moment that he died? How many people know that? Lovely. All right. Now, what's the answer? Who?
Snoopy.
Lovely. Snoopy, lovely. Oh. Gina, Lola, Brigida. All right, now, darlings, what do we have here? Oh, I know. Now, you see, I have an agenda. By the way, I must... Lovely. I'm glad that we only admit handsome people to the theater. No, I'm sorry. We only admit beautiful people to my productions. Why is the audience so sparse tonight? Lovely there in the... How many of you know what this is? All right. Extraordinary, extraordinary. Can I come around this way? Does our budget allow me to cross around furniture? One never knows with this program. All right. Now, as you know, last week, yes, I must keep the date straight. By the way, what is today's date? I've forgotten doing my Christmas shopping.
The 12th.
It's December 12th, isn't it, audience? Now, I can't struggle with this, and it's pulling at me, and it's exposing parts of my body. Now, last time we were here at the problems with our light. Yes, you're pointing at something. We had problems with our lighting, and sometimes our lights flash off and on. It's very bomb shelter, 1919. Makes Mummy remember all sorts of strange things in Poland and Hungary. Now, I need 2 lighting personages. Who's run lights before? No? You have? Yes. All right, and we need someone over here. All right, darling, you take that one. Don't zoom in on my bust line like that, Al Hurst. Really, darling, immediately I reach, the bust sort of opens, and that camera fairly jumps in. If that zoom lens could extend 3 feet longer, it would resemble you, Al, at a motel. There, take that. All right, now, who's running lights tonight? Michael. Michael, darling, are you in the lighting booth? Yes, you are. All right, darling. Now, can we flash the lights off for a second? Get those flashlights ready. Now, let's say we have a blackout tonight. What would happen? The lights go off and... Can we see that at home? No, we can't. Forget it. All right. Lovely idea. Bombed horribly. Well, let's just go on. Bring the lights back up, please. You see, with the Red Sea, please, parts in the middle, I can control everything. Keep those on hand, though. No, don't give it back to me, darling. You're obviously having a good time with it already. And, darling, please don't run Mummy's flashlight in the house until it's time. Didn't your parents ever tell you that? Don't waste the batteries. Now, we need those in case we go black again tonight. Here we are. We're ready. The incredible sinking chair. I feel like Lily Tomlin all of a sudden, an incredible shrinking woman. Flowers. Someone sent me flowers. Someone sent me a box of something which I'll open. A Tiffany's wrapped present, and I still have a breakaway table on my set. No, when I ask you for contributions, $1, a quarter, a subway token, so that Mommy might be able to buy a Chippendale table or something from my dear friend Stuart, who collects lovely antiques and could provide me with the most extraordinary tables, which wouldn't spill hot objects in my lap. No, you give me trinkets and things. Well, that's fine. Now, what are we doing? We have to do an opening, but we're running out of time, and we're signaling, yes, the show is over. Fine. Well, it's been lovely being with you on December 12th. I think that I'm going to hire Julie as my new produciatrix and get rid of Lou. All right, listen, we'll cut away for a commercial. We'll be right back. All right? Yes, nodding, wedding.
Here we go.
Many people have a love affair with the camera. I won't say any further. Now, we need to do an opening. Were we filming all that? We probably were. My show is a jumble. It's as though my show was written by people like Ionesco or something. Interesting. No, it's interesting. The audience is divided completely. Wait a minute, stop that music. Stop that music. Who's running sound? Michael. Take your foot off the tape recorder. His hands are on the light board. His foot is in the tape recorder. He's running some other appliance up there with another appendage. Now, Michael Goodwin, who is absolutely invaluable to me. This is appalling. May I ask you something? Look at my set right now. Look at this table. The fabric treatment. Yes, you're all laughing. How many of my audience are, shall we say, single men who arrange windows for big department stores? How many? Oh, I must explain to my home audience, there's a convention of window dressers here tonight from Cincinnati, Ohio. Isn't Cincinnati lovely? Now, window dressers of America and their wives. Lovely ladies, lovely. How many of you think that my set looks like a chimney right now? Do you see this? Does it look like Santa popping out of a chimney? It's very German expressionist. It's very deranged. And this, trompe-l'oeil brick. I have a friend in the audience. I have two friends in the audience tonight who were employed by Joan Crawford, who lived for trompe-l'oeil brick, didn't they? Yes, you see, you hang your head in shame. You tried to do wonders for her with beautiful flower arrangements, but the woman had trompe-l'oeil brick. What can you do? Nothing. You may as well arrange dog excrement in front of it. There's nothing you can do with such a frightening thing. Now, really, now, we're already halfway through my program, and we haven't done a formal opening. Julie, darling, you're really so lovely, and you're so easy to please. You're laughing, you're happy, Chris, handsome, charming, tall, very important. My crew. Now, I need someone, Michael Goodwin, who's invaluable to me, has a sore throat, so I need someone to do my opening speech for me. So who will do that? No, don't ever point at someone like that and then have them say no. It is both embarrassing to me and to them, because it makes me think that they're not eager to participate in my program. Kill him. Now, who will do my opening for me? You, there in the glasses in the front row, will read this. Yes, you must do it, my dear. Come up here. Now, we shall point the shotgun mic at him. This is the shotgun mic, which means don't do it well. I hope you're insured by New England Life. All right?
New England Death.
New England Death. Very good. Very good. Put him on our staff of writers and fire everyone else. All right. Now, what's your name, my dear?
Don Anderson.
Don Anderson. Don Anderson. It's all American. It's strong. Perhaps a little threatening, but that's all right. Now, we're going to run my beautiful music only because Mr. Sternbach, who is one of the most brilliant composers in the world, has not gotten the Lawrence Welk Trio together to sing that song yet. I must scold you, Jay. Now, we're going to do this opening, and you must read this for the microphone, and then we shall have studio applause. And if all of you are too tired by now to clap, we'll simply run that old scratchy tape of applause. So let's begin. Michael, are we ready? The music, go.
And now, coming to you from high atop the Trump Tower, that maven of manners, that bon vivantrix, the glamorous, the stunning Sybil Ophthalmia Bruncheon.
We have no time. No, we have no time for appreciation. Please, let us just enjoy one another, but let's not show it, all right? It's just like a cheap date in a motel. Enjoy one another, but don't say thank you. Light up a cigarette. Bye. Here's your $10. Oh, I should like some champagne. Thank you. Now, what are we going to talk about? It's December 12th, and there's so much to talk about, and really, how much time do we have left? Negative 30 seconds. We've crossed into another time dimension. We are going forward or backwards in time. Michael's getting younger by the second. I'm getting older. Isn't that a reverse? You see, in the normal world, he would be getting older and I'd be getting younger. That's wonderful, Chris. All right. Now I have to tell... Oh, my goodness, we mustn't look. Where is that piece of paper? There was a wonderful piece of paper here. You know, people have asked me for gift suggestions this year. Is it out there? It's probably in our suggestion box or whatever. Well, now I feel terrible. Well, we'll just have to print it on the screen. We'll print... That's it. Hand it. No, it's not. Let me see that. What does this say? Frightening. This is a list of appalling things. Read me. What does that say? Pick me. Pick me. Maybe this is it. MME. Sybil. Oh, Mademoiselle. No, Madam Sybil. Who suggested I'm married here? Why do you tell your ex-friends, what does that mean? To come at 6:30 when the doors open at 7. My, it's cold. How dare you be impertinent? When I get a question like that, or a suggestion, it always puts me in mind of one of my favorite actors in the world, Jay Robinson. How many of you know who Jay Robinson was? How many of you really know who Jay Robinson is? You see, ladies and gentlemen, life, brick walls, everything is trompe-l'oeil here in television land. I have a trompe-l'oeil audience. If we could spin that camera, you'd see that most of them were painted on canvas. Nicely painted, but still. Jay Robinson was the man who used to play Caligula in all those movies. When people ask me questions like that about, why do you not let us in at the right time, I can only say, I am the emperor. Now do you remember who he is? I am the emperor. I decide what time the doors open, Tribune. They still don't remember. Terrible. All right, now listen. Darlings, people have said, Sybil, what are you doing for Christmas? And well, you know, there are a bunch of wonderful gift items, and I must tell you about one of them. We're going to have to print the info on the screen because it's really wonderful. How many of you have seen Halley's Comet? Halley's Comet? Halley? I spoke to Haley Mills the other day. She insisted it was Halley's Comet. But I'll say Halley's to satisfy people. I want to show you a t-shirt, which is quite divine. I hope Al can get this. Look at this. This is a Halley's Comet t-shirt. Isn't that wonderful? And this is being produced by Cosmic Creations, and they're really very talented. Two young fellows named Robert and his friend. Well, I can't remember his name, but he's very muscular and very hair-chested. And sometimes he likes to push me around his living room violently. No, but this t-shirt is really extraordinary, and I can't remember. Well, we'll put the info on the screen. You won't be able to know here in the audience, but you'll watch the show at home. But we're going to do that, and I have something that I must show you, but we don't have time, do we? We're just about out of time. You know, someday one of these appliances is going to travel over there at the speed of light, right over there. Luke Valenti will be a single wealthy man. All right. Now, we'll cut away for another commercial. Really, this show is such a hodgepodge tonight. We'll cut away for a commercial, and then we'll be right back, darlings. Oh, happy to have you back. Darlings, I am so thrilled because a very good friend of mine named Drew, I won't mention his last name because he's still employed by a very famous firm in the city, has designed something for Mummy that I'm just so excited about. And it's it's to commemorate my first Christmas on GCN, and, well, it's also a way of raising money for the Earring Relief Fund. I should be very honest with you, but I must tell you that in addition to the Halley's Comet t-shirt, which I showed you, I also have a t-shirt which is to commemorate Halley's Comet, because I did a movie in 1938 with a bunch of stars, extraordinary stars, and we've printed up the old Hollywood poster on a t-shirt of our own, which is quite beautiful. I don't know if my audience can see it, but at home you can see it. It's Sybil Brunson is the Heavenly Hostess, starring, and yes, Michael, thank you. It says this. Here's a view of me. Here are Sir Cedric Dumby Fife and Ricardo Skippy Gaspachos. Skippy was so wonderful. He was from Brazil. Strange name. Monsieur Ricci, and starring the Len Laloon and his Galaxy Girl Orchestra. And we have thousands more. And featuring those songs, and there were some wonderful songs in this. Ginger Rogers, Fred Astaire was in it, Gene Kelly, Betty Davis. But they all had small parts. They weren't known then, so we just gave them small parts. So Cedric never went on after this movie. I don't know why. But anyway, it featured songs like that, Palomar, Palomar. How many of you know what Palomar refers to? Forget it. Forget it. You all think it's a candy bar. All right. No, really, Palomar. I loved Palomars, especially with Peanut Crunch. Milky Way Mambo, and of course, my favorite song from the whole show was Sybil on Uranus. And now, we're selling these t-shirts, and this is now listen to this. I want you to understand something. We went out and priced t-shirts at stores, and it was extraordinary. Now, this is a 6-color is this a 6-color t-shirt? Well, it is.